Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
in the effing building. Big blunts and boxing on deck. Hot mother effing grease. Combat, what's good? Time to chop it up. What's good to the gold in the building? You already know what it is. It's another one. Hot Grease Chronicles 89 on deck. Several topics I want to talk about today. You know what I'm saying? We have Ryan Garcia, who somehow, some way, wandered into the confines of the Texas Alcatraz boxing facility. We're going to talk about that. We're going to start off talking about the new top-ranked signee, and then we're going to transition over to the Devin Haney-Lomachenko face-off and a little bit about what was said and all that. So first of all, I want to kind of talk about Top Rank has signed George Kambosos to a co-promotional deal. When I initially heard it, being that I, started calling him Cambozo after he won the titles from Teofimo Lopez, he wanted to act like, while Teo had the belts, he wasn't undisputed, and he was just really criticizing the man. He had a lot to say, right? And then he ended up changing his IG to undisputed lightweight world champion. I just thought that was some clownish type stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? If I could have called him to the carpet, I would. I'll say, listen, bro. Listen, you sit up there and told that man he wasn't undisputed, but yet you wanted to fight him. You was glad that he chose you. He was choosing. Teo was choosing. He chose you, man. You got the opportunity to fight a less than 100% healthy Teo, and you won. And then you go right over there to your IG account and change it. That's neither here nor there. Took 2 L's to Devin Haney for your effort, and we already know where you at with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that Cambozo did that was clownish, but I guess the money that he made off the 2-fight deal with Devin over in Australia, he's living fairly well. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was to go over there right now and check on his property, he probably living real good. He probably got some juiced up freaking kangaroos on this shit. You know what I'm saying? All muscled up as security. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of exotic animals over there in Australia, right? But now, the same reason that he pretty much had to come to Top Rank was because Lou DiBella doesn't have a network. So he's pretty much banished from doing business, allegedly, from PBC because of the simple fact that he attempted to not broker, but negotiate that $100 million deal. You hear people always talking about the Deontay Wilder situation. He didn't sign. Okay, casuals, I'm going to tell you again. Lou DiBella attempted to do that deal without knowledge, without permission. So He was let go from PBC. So what other flagship he had? He has the one and only flagship of freaking boxing promotions, Top Rank. So from my understanding, reading the article, I'm not going to go into it, but matter of fact, I will go into it. I got time. I got time. I got time to go into it. I do. I just didn't want to give him that much love, man. He don't deserve that shit, dog. You know, he came into the championship rounds off 2 split decisions, right? Somehow he won the title. I just don't want to get all in detail about this dude. Shout out to Stickum Boys Fishing and Sports on Deck. Salute to you. So Kambosos Jr. signed a multi-fight deal, co-promotional deal that would enable the Australian star to receive high visibility, performing on ESPN, and access to promoter Bob Arum's large stable of fighters. The 29-year-old Kambosos will be promoted by Luda Bella and Top Rank. Of course, I just mentioned that. It's not much more that I want to go into, except I'm curious to know who he's going to fight. That'll be a good fight for Shakur Stevenson, being he's a former, both of these guys are former unified champions, but of course, Kambosos, formerly at 135, that would be a good fight for Shakur Stevenson, right? They have a lot of names. I'm not sure if Keyshawn Davis will want that fight. I'm not sure if Floyd Schofield will want that fight. And then you have to always weigh in on the fact on how Kambosos went about picking and choosing who to defend his belts against initially. Kambosos, even though he lost twice, Kambosos' Wall Street went up when he faced Teofimo Lopez and won. Then it went up even more when he was able to have 2 fights in Australia. You know what I'm saying? He went in there twice with the current reign defending undisputed world champion, undisputed lightweight world champion. He went over there twice. So apart from the 2 split decision wins that he had early, he surpassed that now. He has value to his name. Real talk. He has some value to his name, bro. And he's going to be very picky on who he fights. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know what the fine details is, of course, on, what was the signing ticket that he got. But truth be told, man, fighters get a little bit more credit for losing to the same person, especially if it's a championship fight, and then they fought to get their titles back. They get a little bit more credit. All right, they get a little bit more credit. They get a little bit more credit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can say they're on a 2-fight losing streak, but who did you lose to? 1 or 2 different fighters. In this case, he lost to Devin Haney twice. So he still will be able to get a good fight. He's 20 victories in, 2 defeats. And just like a lot of fighters, just like King Kong Ortiz has 2 losses by the same person. Just like Joshua just picked up his 2 losses by the same boxer. It's plenty of fighters have 2 losses from the same boxer, and they're not frowned upon, so to speak. But that's it. What I got to say about Kambosos. Tyrese, what's good, bro? On deck with it. EJ and Charlo inactive. DJ needs work over there. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Let's get to the Haney and Lomachenko, and then I'm gonna get to Ryan Garcia last. Okay. If y'all did not see the face-off today, I liked it. There's a small percentage of what I didn't like. It's not the didn't like that is going to require me to use a whole lot of energy on it. I just don't like how. Okay, one thing I haven't heard. I'm just gonna put it out there, bro. Both of these fighters have a piece of baggage that they're bringing into this fight. Real talk. I'm just gonna put it out there, man. Nobody chooses to talk about it because they want to be hush hush. Okay. Vasil Lomachenko, when he lost to Teofimo Lopez, he said the judges was paid off. He said the judges was paid off. And then he whined about having a shoulder injury. That right there, I already thought he was overrated. I say, man, god damn. That just disappointed me even more, right? Yeah, he said the judges was paid off. Okay. Then you get the white boy comment from Devin Haney, right? Both of these guys, you can consider them having a piece of baggage in their possession that is not favorable if the cars was to go to the decision. People keep on saying, "Oh, Devin's gonna get robbed if we go to the decision. He's gonna get robbed." Both of these fighters have a piece of baggage that they taken in there. Both of them have check on luggage. They have a carry-on luggage, rather. They have a carry-on luggage that they take into this fight. They remember what Devin said, and they remember what Lomachenko said. They remember what both fighters said. It all depends on who's going to be petty when it comes to the judges. Now, that's a big IF, right? If it goes to the judges. But what was continued to be talked about is, the size difference. I know I know Haney was trying to get some energy out of Lomachenko. Lomachenko's behavior, to me, the reason why he is showing such a nonchalant attitude, it kind of reminds me of Canelo and Triple G in the rematch. You feel me? Like Canelo popped dirty, which he was suspended, but it was retroactive back to around February or whatever of that particular year, and they still went in there and fought pretty much on the timeline. It wasn't too much of a delay or nothing, right? But Triple G was pretty much trying to act like Canelo was a dirty fighter. I'm talking shit about you. They didn't want to be in the same room together. You know what I'm saying? It was just so freaking baby, like pouting, throwing a tantrum. Like, you can take it out on him in the ring, brother. You know what I'm saying? But for Lomachenko, it's more of a sense of arrogance. I'm telling you, bro, it's more of a sense of arrogance. Even though he's trying to say all the good things that Haney is this, that, because he wants to get credit, just like Haney said he wants to get credit. Haney's not going to say what he probably thinks about Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? He's an old man walking. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? He's an old man walking. He said, I want people to give me full credit, so I'm not going to sit up here and say he's an old man walking. He's very competitive in this fight. I see him as a dangerous opponent, but just don't fight dirty. That's where my issue comes into play with both fighters outside of the carry-on bags that they already have on this flight. Now it gets a little crazy. I've heard Haney say, don't fight dirty. Bro, you're going into a fight to defend your titles. I didn't hear you say anything about Kambosos not fighting dirty. You know what I'm saying? You should have had more contentiousness toward Kambosos, who didn't want to pick you to begin with. He didn't want to pick you. So I would have had way more animosity towards Kambosos rather than Lomachenko. But I know it goes back, and you say that Lomachenko didn't select you for the mandatory and all this other stuff. I get it. But my issue is, for this fight and the face-off, you say don't fight dirty, don't fight dirty. Then you have Lomachenko over there mentioning weight. But then he mentions fighters that he has fought that's at 140. Jorge Linares, Richard Comey, and those fighters. Nakatani, a very tall fighter. Nakatani, a very tall fighter. Even though he was damaged from the Tio fight, he's a very tall fighter. You know what I'm saying? Tio fought him when he was undefeated. But my point is, they have an excess piece of baggage that they're bringing into this fight. Like I said, Lomachenko's talking about Devin being so big. And one thing Devin said was on weigh-in, to which tomorrow, we got to weigh in the same way, brother. We have to weigh in the same way. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We have to weigh in the same way. So pretty much, what are you crying about? He tried to get the energy out of Lomachenko. He wanted to get that trash talking Lomachenko. I mean, but Lomachenko wouldn't oblige, man. His ego is still there. This man said he's been going to church. He's been lighting candles. He's been in there. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory. You know, he was in there singing. Jesus loves me. This I know. Yeah, he was in there singing, y'all, with candles, all that. Yes, Lord, I'm reborn. He said how his ego got the best of him, you know what I'm saying, heading into the TO fight. He didn't sign a rematch because he knew for a fact he was better than TO, and he was going to win that fight. But in this face-off with Haney, it just feels like I'm not going to hype up this fight. I don't want to hype up this fight. I really think that Lomachenko lacks some respect for Devin. Real talk, seriously. He lacks some respect, and the only way that he's going to be able to get that, respect from Devin is Saturday night. I truly believe he don't respect him, bro. You know, he don't want to say too much. He don't want to have verbal exchanges. He's not trying to joust with freaking Devin. He ain't trying to do any of that. He's just keeping it short, quick, and simple. Oh, yeah. What did he say? You know, he knows English. I've seen him in an interview. He knows pretty damn good English. And when I see fighters, when I see people in general in life from other countries that's bilingual, I always look at them as, being a tad bit smarter than the one who speak just one language. I'm serious. It's difficult. But I just get this energy from Lomachenko that he really, his genuine side to promote the fight isn't there for Devin Haney. He would rather be somebody else that he can really get into it. I hope he's into it because he don't need it. I hope he's motivated for this fight now. Because I'm gonna be truthful with you. This is what I think for Lomachenko. Lomachenko may feel that he still has big fights after Devin. He wants to go in here and looks good. If he can get the win. Okay, cool. Because we all know when Lomachenko get the belts, oh my God, we're doing a parade at 1400 tomorrow. We have a hero and new. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be giving him a mad parade, y'all. I'm just telling you what I feel like. I don't think he really trying or did try to promote this fight. You know what I'm saying? The way he was looking, in the presser, he didn't seem like he was amped up. Look, he's fighting for the undisputed titles, man. I'm talking about for all the titles. For the first time, for all the titles. Before, the undisputed franchise. Now he get to fight for all the marbles, every single last title at lightweight division. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to in the chat. Mad Dog on deck. What's good? Knockdown 305 on deck. Samar Warren on deck. Trying to do better with getting the chat right off the rip. Eno on deck. What's good with it? Loma's not a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. He hasn't fought Hall of Fame caliber fighters in 19 going on 20 fights. Good point. I definitely will touch on that when I'm on my way in transition. Good point. He tried to say Loma's a dirty fighter. Him and his dad need humble. I think he knows his hugging is going to get him beat. Haney sound like Kovalev when he fought Ward. Haney wants to fight at certain range like Kovalev, that long mid-range. See, that's what I'm talking about. Now y'all really reading. Y'all really reading it to where I'm going with this shit now. That's what I'm talking about. Ryan going with DJ Spells. He's switching to PBC and Man Down Promotions. Okay. So back to what I was saying about Lomachenko. Good points made. I'm gonna definitely revisit them, right? So I'm looking at Lomachenko, and I'm saying to myself, he's really doing minimal, with his mannerisms and the way his body language is. He's doing minimal to get it hyped up. Devin's riding with this don't fight dirty. Dude, you got to let it go if he's not going to give you the energy. Like they said in the chat, if you love clinching and you feel like Loma hits on the break, well, allow him to hit on the break and do like Jahad Tucker did and return the favor if the fighter was hitting on the break. It doesn't get any more aggressive than what he was doing. Like he was landing combinations when Nico hit him on the break. He landed like 3-punch combinations. No hesitation. Pop, 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 pop. It wasn't no hesitation. Man, come on, bro. You already know what it is, Haney. Stop pretty much complaining about dirty fighting, man. And if it happens, let the referee do it, or you return the favor. I mean, boxers have a way of getting the attention of their opposition that they fighting dirty. Why keep mentioning it? I just don't get it. It has nothing to do with fight. Like, don't be in there fighting dirty. Man, it's a boxing match. You're going to clinch at one point in time. You're going to clinch. You're going to have to do what you do on the inside, and Loma's going to have to do what he do. It's all about who's going to disrupt the rhythm of the other. Who can have success at every space that you all are performing at. If you're fighting at close distance, so cool. You fighting at distance, cool. Who's going to be the better striker? That's the questions that need to be answered. Who's going to present the more difficult angles? Who can land punches? Because both of these fighters have fast hands, but I would give an edge to Devin when it comes to fast hands. I would give boxing IQ. You know what I'm saying? It's very close with boxing IQ. Real talk. At this point, it's very close with boxing IQ. I give a slight edge to Loma, though. I give a slight edge to Loma. Real talk. Being that he has extensive amateur pedigree. But there's a lot of questions that's going to be answered. Lomachenko still, right at this point in time, he has he still is considered to be official with his brand, his namesake when it comes to the 135-pound division. You have to look at who he lost to: Orlando Salido, Teofimo Lopez. I mean, come on now. Come on, man. Both of those was championship fights. Just like I was telling you all about Kambosos. He has 2 losses, both of them was championship fights. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, he can go in this fight coming off Jermaine Ortiz and Richard Comey, and he can show people that was the naysayers like myself that he's better than what we think he is. And then Devin Haney could be the same, can do the same. Go in there and prove that you better than what people say you aren't. Defend your titles. Go in there and make it look easy with Lomachenko if you can. That's what we want to see. But make no mistake about it. Haney gets this victory. You know, it's going to be difficult for anybody to sit up here and not respect the fact that he's defended his undisputed titles twice, 2 times in a row. He had 3 tough fights, 2 in Cambos's backyard and another one over here in Vegas in his backyard against a fighter that's on the pound for pound list, dog. I don't know why. I mean, it's a slap in the face. You know, look, when I heard Devin say, I don't want to sit up here and criticize him because I want to get full credibility, right? And then automatically the light bulb was already on when I was looking at the pound for pound list. And I say, well, once you get put on the pound for pound list, they're going to say like, well, that, you know, if they have a debate on Devin Haney or whatever, we already know he was on the pound for pound list, and it was a bunch of BS because Lomachenko didn't have no belts, and they put him on there just as a slap in the face for Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Because they could have very well kept Lomachenko off the pound for pound list, and then when Haney wins, put him on the pound for pound list. Seriously. Ryan Garcia wasn't on the pound for pound list, but people felt like, you know, Tank is at a point right now as a prize fighter and what he's been able to accomplish to be on the pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not get it twisted. Jamel Charlo, Brian Castano wasn't on the pound for pound list. I'm just saying they didn't have to put Vasyl Lomachenko on the pound for pound list, bro. It's a slap in the face, man. Real talk. It's just a slap in the face if you're not smart enough to kind of catch it. It's just like a slap in the face that we're gonna put Loma on the pound for pound list, just to kind of, you know, make it even less official for you if you beat him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's 7, right? I think Lomachenko is 7th right now. So Devin Haney defeat him. What are they gonna do? They can't put him 7. They're not gonna put him 7th. That won't justify it. When Tio beat Lomachenko, they didn't put Tio in the top 5. They put him outside the top 5. Okay, that's as much as I'm going to talk about that. But the biggest question is who reigns supreme out of the 2. You know, who's going to win? I see this as one of those fights where I got Haney winning, in my opinion. Youthfulness, you know what I'm saying? Boxing skills, overall skill set, you know, hand speed, and then having that experience that Lomachenko never experienced. Lomachenko may have more divisions than Devin, but he never had to go in somebody's backyard twice. And one of those fights was to pick up the titles, and one of those fights was to defend the titles. He hasn't been on that. He hasn't had to do it, yo. No way, no how. He was unified lightweight champion, and he lost to Tio. That wasn't the same as being in Australia. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the same. That was not the same, bro. He did not at no point in time have to be the challenger and go into somebody else's backyard, across that water and fight to win the belts and then return back over there to defend the belts. I'm just saying. So, you know, I think, and I say this all the time, that Lomachenko is older than what his age is. In boxing years, that man in his 40s. Seriously. I'm not going to get too petty with it because I don't want to devalue and have people crying that I was over here saying that Lomachenko is signed up for AARP already. You know what I'm saying? And any injuries that he get, if whatever injuries the Top Rank doesn't take care of, AARP can basically substitute the rest. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be petty like that. Shout out to Shaw News, the Sauce Experience. aka Showtime Shaw on deck. Salute Team Tucker. What's good with it? Fam on deck. Fire live earlier, bro. Salute to you. Keep on cooking them up. Keep on cooking them up, man. I'm trying to go back up to a comment that was posted. Okay, Samar said Loma's not a Hall of Famer in his opinion. He hasn't fought Hall of Fame caliber fighters. Okay. Now, I don't know how you're gonna feel about what I'm about to say, but yeah. He's a golden child, there's Samar. Lomachenko is a golden child. He was a golden child when he came in from the Olympics. He is one of those names, people that, you know how they say some fighters need to be marketable, right? So they'll say like Bud Crawford got to be marketable. He needs to talk more. He don't want to do interviews. But guess what? It's not like Lomachenko was doing a lot of interviews either. It's not like Canelo Alvarez was doing a lot of interviews. You know what I'm saying? So Lomachenko came over here with the prestige of being a two-time gold standard champion, Olympic champion. All right. And then not only that, they allowed that man to compete at WBSS and not even record all the damn professional fights that he had over there. Then try to make that man one. Look, what if he would have succeeded against Orlando Salido? What if he would have succeeded, bro? Oh my God, it would have been like, just like we heard this before. He's better than Ali. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. Is he a Hall of Famer? I'm going to be inclined, Samar, to say he is. Not to go against the grain of what you put in here. I'm saying he's a Hall of Famer because it's all about sometimes favoritism. Look, you damn near looking. Look, I don't want to prognosticate or even make it about Lomachenko like that. But I'm just saying when they have his Hall of Fame ceremony, it's gonna be freaking people out there with stallions and horses. It's gonna be freaking big ass camels out there. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be pyrotechnics. It's gonna be UFOs hovering around. Man, please. They're going to have an Olympic freaking ceremony. They're going to have people walk from whatever they start with the torch all the way to the freaking front door. I'm telling you, dog. He's going to the Hall of Fame. But I get what you're saying that he's not a Hall of Famer. I get what you're saying. Eno said he tried to say Loma's a dirty fighter. Him and his dad need to be humble. You know, one thing I really don't put on another grown ass adult is humble. Like, especially when it comes to my people, like, why do they need to be humble though? If you're gonna talk your trash, talk it. What if Bill want to visit the YTC in his own body, his mind, body, and soul, and put up with the drama that's associated? That's him, bro. I've seen it all too many times with him. He seemed to be cut from that cloth that he can deal with it. So I don't know about the humble, because you have to look at it this way. They got it worse than a lot of people. They made some type of arrangement to get the WBC belt via email, right? And then they had to go over there with a contract that was for 2 bags of peanuts and go in Australia and fight for the titles twice. So therefore, right now, they should be calling the shots the way they want. And they're going to try to milk these titles as much as possible, bro, because it's going to be difficult. Now, if they play it right, I don't know how it's going to be maneuvered, but let's just say, he wins this weekend. He can go up to 140 and potentially get a title shot now. He can go up and get an automatic title shot. He can shake it up. But it's only 2 sanctioning bodies that I think he would go. And that's the WBA, first and foremost. If you're talking about a bunt, that'll be the bunt you want right there. WBA. And then I would say either Teofimo Lopez, because he always wanted to fight T.O. when he was champion down here 135. So, yeah, it'll be that WBO, the WBA and the WBO. I don't think he's gonna go up there and try to fight Subriel Matias because they're trying to link him and Regis Prograis up. But you know what it is. You know what it is, man. He said, yeah, I read that. He said, I have respect for Haney for what he's done, but I think he's trying too hard. Look, when somebody barely promote themselves in previous fights, I understand why you are rendering that type of response, you know, in the chat. I get it, bro, because most of the time he's quiet. His dad's doing most of the talking. When they was in Australia, they called him a boy, pretty much sending him a message that your dad continues to talk for you all the time, and you're not a grown ass man to talk for yourself. All that shit, right? I can see where you're going with it. In this fight, he's trying to get it out of Loma. He's trying to get him out of character. He's trying to have him say something that's controversial. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not gonna work. Loma was smooth with it a couple of times. Loma said, "You asked me about jab. If you know about jab, you think I don't know about jab? I know about jab too. If you know about jab, you think I don't know about jab?" They asking him crazy, stupid ass questions, dog. Like I'm glad Egas finally tuned in. Saying, you want us to write? If you want the fight plan, I'll write it down. Hold up for a second. Let me find a piece of paper. Okay, I'm write our whole fight plan down, and let's see how close we get to it. It's asking dumbass questions, bro. Correct. You can say that the U.S. is his yard. Last I checked, Lomachenko has a home in California. Shout out to Nip. Last time I checked, Lomachenko had a home in California. Last time I checked, he had his titles won over here. So this can be considered his footprint because most of his fights have been where? Right over here in the good old US of A. All right. So let's not act like boxing is huge over there in the Ukraine. Let's not act like we're planning on trying to go over there right now in about 2 or 3 months and have a fight card. Come on now. Come on, man. Do your homework. Lomachenko got a home over here, dog. At least be honest when you're talking and not making things up. Bill lives vicariously through his son. He's almost as bad as Lopez Sr. I'm guessing you're talking to the person that's in the chat. Because look, what they gotta do, I don't defend no Haneys. I don't defend the Haneys at all, man. They are who they are. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with what they got going on. Bill is gonna, be who he be. You know what I'm saying? If he wants smoke on the panel, he's gonna show up. Been there, done that already. Loma displays dirty tactics when he needs to, but I wouldn't characterize him as a dirty fighter. I think a lot of fighters, man, they put it out there. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of fighters at one point in time, they know how to slow the pace down. They know how to get away. They have a peripheral understanding, so to speak, where the referee is at. Like holding in the clinch, holding the fighter's far hand that's out of sight from the referee is a dirty tactic. But to the viewers, it doesn't look as dirty because all the fighter's doing is holding the fighter's hand. So each fighter has one hand free to punch. It's just all about if that fighter knows what to do with the free hand. You know what I'm saying? It might be different. Let's say it. Let's put it this way. It's different if you have a southpaw locking down on his opposition that's orthodox, and he's locking down on his left hand because he's using that power left hand. He's good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people may consider that to be dirty because you're basically holding down his jab hand and you have your strong hand, which is the left hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I know it works out both ways for each fighter, but I'm just saying, like, stepping on a fighter's foot, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much what we seen in the Teofimo Lopez Sandor Martin fight when he kept extending his lead foot out every time Tio attempted to come in. He was extending, and then it got to the point when Tio went down the second time, he actually lifted his heel up. That is what they trained in training camp. They trained that. They knew they was going. They committed to be a counterpuncher, and that's a dirty tactic. But it's not dirty if the ref don't call it being dirty. You know what I'm saying? If he don't warn you or take a point, it's not considered dirty. Now let's talk about dirty. How many times did we see Caleb Plant Hole doing David Benavidez fight? Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Bro, man, oh man, it just gets me frustrated even thinking about that. So let's get to let me read that last comment that was over there. Let me see what it was. Kind of bogus Devin Haney and Loma getting all this undisputed love. Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameroon is a huge fight. I'm equally as excited to see that fight. Blunts, stop it. Bro, stop it. Man, stop it, man. You out there. It's about, I don't see. I can tell you why. Come on, man. We already know why it's not getting as much as airplay. Man, we talking about two different promotions that they signed with. You know what I'm saying? Who is Katie Taylor signed with? Who is she signed with, bro? Then you think that, okay, even when it comes to women's boxing, you have an undisputed fight like this that's taking place. Then you think that women fighting two-minute rounds and a max of 10 rounds per fight, even in the championship. Come on, we've been here. We've been down this road, bro. People are not going to get all psyched up for Katie Taylor, even though she's tough as hell. Katie Taylor is tough, dog. God damn. Man, her and Amanda, man, they was banging out. They was banging out, bro. Like, God damn. She deserves all the respect in the world, man. I like her, the fight that they gave us, man. I loved it. But does it reciprocate across the fan base of boxing just like the males? No, it's not going to reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to reciprocate, man. Not yet, of course. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease, aka Mr. Sucker Free on deck. Salute to the family here at WCS making excuses for Crybaby Haney. No, not at all. Not at all. No excuses. I do not advocate for them. I just speak my piece as far as boxing media. I'm not advocating. I keep it neutral. You know what I'm saying? Neutral. Do you think this is a pay-per-view worthy fight? Of course it is. Of course it is. Lomachenko's already fought on free TV for the undisputed titles against Teofimo Lopez. Why shouldn't it be pay-per-view this time? Of course. He hasn't lost since pay-per-view, He hasn't lost, bro. So, it has to, like I'll tell you, fighters have to step up sooner or later. Promoters have to put them on pay-per-view. They have to. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what Devin Haney is going to do after this fight. He may re-sign with Top Rank. Lomachenko is not going anywhere. And then Kambosos just signed with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it should be on pay-per-view. This is an undisputed fight, man, for all the belts, including the franchise. Hell yeah, it should be pay-per-view. Absolutely. Shout out to the OG Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz some more. What's good with it, Bruce? The price is pretty decent. Wasn't it like $60? Yeah, it's like 59 something. You know what I'm saying? 59.99. You know what I'm saying? You might as well round that shit up. Yes, sir. So let's talk about, the big news. Oh my God. Let me get myself motivated to talk about this. Good Lord. If I had one wish, I would get back down to 20-something years old. If I had one wish. Okay. Now I'm all stretched out and stuff. Okay. Ryan Garcia has reportedly joined forces. I will use Showtime. He has joined forces with the Texas Justice League, aka Texas Alcatraz. Ryan Garcia has become a member and has somehow, some way made it over to the stable of Derrick James. I'm not no way hating at all. I don't feel that I hate on anything pretty much. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't feel there's any hate in where I'm going with this right now. Real talk. That's just, you don't have to believe me, but that's where I'm at with it. Hit the like button if you're in the building, please. I appreciate it. So right at this point in time, okay, news has broken that Ryan Garcia is now an official affiliate over in the Derrick James stable. I don't know how you all feel about it, but please leave it in the chat. I would appreciate if you just leave your comments in the chat on how do you feel about not just him signing with Derrick James, but why? I need to hear from the educated boxing astutes. Please, can you help me understand? Ryan Garcia has signed to the Texas stable of Derrick James. Okay. So let's get down into the wickets. Ryan Garcia just recently picked up his first defeat at the disposal of Gervonta Tank Davis. His current record sits at 23 victories, 1 defeat with 19 KOs. He is now training alongside former 2-time heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua and 3-belt welterweight champion Errol Spence Jr. and undisputed junior middleweight champion Jermell Charlo. All right. I'm reading from Boxing News 24. They go on to say, you can only imagine how Ryan would be ostracized by those excellent fighters if he goes about his training in a superficial, half-assed manner. Now, let me stop right there and let me address the author of this, which is Adam Baskin. I understand what writing articles are about. You know what I'm saying? You try to put fillers in there to try to, stretch out the length of the article and all that. Just pretty much try to inject some life into it, right? But you make no sense. You make no sense speaking of this, talking about, Ron would be ostracized by excellent fighters if he goes in there and training in a superficial. Look, nobody in that stable is going to supersede the actions of Errol Spence. Nobody. Ryan Garcia has some coupons. Believe me, he has some credits. He has some credits. You think that Ryan Garcia is going to come in there and supposedly assume that he's not training? Let's get it straight. And Showtime mentioned this early on his live about Jamel Charlo does go over there and train with Juan Guzman. He trained with Guzman now, periodically too. That's a fact. He does train over there. And then not only that, Spencer's been on record like we knew before, with all his out of the ring, troubles that he's spoken on. Ryan Garcia still has a lot. Like he can, enjoy it, love it over there, or he can take that downward spiral. But what we believe is going on right here is that he's over there to align himself with the PBC for a potential fight at 140. So what better stable to pit him under than a championship trainer as Derrick James? Why? Because they're trying to piggyback off Ryan Garcia NIL, name, image, and likeness. They're trying to piggyback off him being signed and sponsored by these big name people, right? These big brands. And also it brings more exposure to Derrick James too. Him having Anthony Joshua over there, Ryan Garcia, Errol Spence, Jamel Charlo, you know what I'm saying? Frank Martin. I mean, pretty good stable, right? Pretty good stable. You have two unified champions over there. That's commendable. But why is Ryan Garcia over there? Why pick Derrick James? I don't think it's for the training, buddy. Excuse me. I don't think it's for the training. I don't know what it's for. It's almost like he's been with Eddie Reynoso. He's been with Joe Goosen. Now he's over there with Derrick James. And, after looking at Joshua comes out of that fight camp with Derrick James, the heaviest he's ever been in his professional career. And he didn't go out there smoking. Like, it's not something that we seen Joshua and say, oh, he never did that before. He looks sharp, crisp. Oh, my God. That's the best we ever seen him. That wasn't the case, bro. That wasn't the case. So they can talk about Ryan Garcia all they want and talk about superficial, half-ass manner. But there's been some fighters over there that's been doing half-ass stuff outside the ring and been inactive. He's going into a stable where you have two fighters that's inactive. One hurt his wrist and then had to have total body reconstruction surgery. You know what I'm saying? And then the other one, he had his ordeals. I have to consider them to be ordeals. Like Derrick James said in the interview, I have no ideal. I'm saying he's had his ordeals, him being Spence. So we want to talk about misfits. Oh, Ryan's going to fit in there. No doubt about it. You want to talk about misfits who still has, a leg to stand on in the boxing ring? Yes. That's what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? The Justice League of Misfits. Real talk. The Justice League of Misfits. Swat Jones on deck. Salute to you, brother. I saw the laugh when I saw Ryan sign with Derrick James. No, just that alone, being that he had majority brothers, black fighters over there, right? I told people that Ryan was on this mission to change his image. Ryan was the same guy, if you run the clip, if you spin the reel, he was the same guy that was dressing up in a black jacket, bow tie, white shirt, and black trousers like he just left a bar mitzvah. This is the same guy not too long ago that was dressed in a tuxedo-like suit, betting 20,000 against Errol Spence. I guess that was his freaking retainer fee to sign on with Derrick James. They just wanted to do it out in public to bring light to the bet. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, boxing is sneaky, bro. This is the hocus pocus land of magic. They always do stuff, man, to lead up to something. After that fight, man, Garcia tried to, change his image. He started wearing crew necks. He got more ink on his body. He started trying to, act a certain way. He got a personal chain. He got the drip. He got his own personal chain made. He started trying to cater to the culture, in my opinion, especially leading up for the Tank fight. He really tried to start catering to the culture, and he was trying to be a lot more down to earth, so to speak, so more people can relate to him. And now he's over at Derrick James World Class Boxing Gym in Texas, where it's just like when Joshua came over there. I said, "What the hell are you doing over here? You lost." Somebody check his GPS. I think Joshua's lost. You know what I'm saying? I think he left and went for a walk. He said, "Oh, the waters look nice," and he went across the water and he said, "Damn, this look familiar." And then he saw Errol and Derek up there. "Hey, is that DJ? Yeah, what you doing over here, AJ?" "Oh, just going for a canoe ride." I saw you out there from the water. I say, "Man, that place look familiar." That's Alcatraz that they've been talking about. Cool. I got out my canoe and went over here. Here I am. You know what? I'm just gonna train over here from now. That's how I seen Anthony Joshua when they said he was training with Derrick James. And look, it's even worse. When I heard Ryan Garcia, I was like, it's almost like that. The whole puzzle that you got, right? It's all together except one piece. And you have one piece there, and that piece doesn't fit. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't fit. I was like, where the fuck did this piece come from? And you start looking at the whole puzzle like, nah, ain't this a blip? No, hold up. I got the whole puzzle here, and I got one piece remaining, and the piece don't even fit in there. I mean, Ryan Garcia ain't the piece. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? If DJ can tap into Ryan Garcia's inner soul and get him motivated, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see it as being a good idea. It's just too many people over there that's on their own program. And if Errol Spence, Frank Martin, and Jamel Charlo do not accept Ryan Garcia, I'm telling you, because look at this now. Look where I'm going with this shit. Errol Spence and Gervonta Davis, they tight. They tight, man. Now, Jamel Charlo seemed like he was a bit more closer to Tank Davis in choosing him to beat Ryan Garcia in this last fight. But if you spin the reel, you remember when his brother Jamal was weighing in on how the rumor came out that allegedly two fighters had said something about cocaine use or something, allegedly. And Jamel Charlo was going off back there, cussing and screaming, and he was like, making threats towards AB and Tank. You know what I'm saying? So they're cool. Like for sure, Errol Spence is cool with Tank. I don't know about Frank Martin because they're in the same division. I doubt it. I doubt they're cool. So now you have to say, how close is, now it all makes sense to me. When I heard it, now it all makes sense as to why Ryan Garcia put on that lip gloss and he went up the Tank after the fight. And all you heard was, that's all you heard. You know I ain't lying. Oh, look, all you heard was ass kissing, dog. That's all you heard, dog. You know what I'm saying? It all makes sense, man. It doesn't take me long to troubleshoot shit, bro. Look, it all makes sense when you pack it all in, dog. All that ass kissing we see. Hey man, I just want to be your friend. I just want to be your friend, please. We still got that deal. You talked to Derek. He said it was cool. Oh man, I just can't wait to get over there in Texas. I heard, man, it ain't nothing like Texas, man. Hey, Ryan Garcia might go over there and get another kid. His career might take a hit even further. Now, and this is also where I'm going with it, right? So now it all makes sense as to why Ryan Garcia was kissing all that ass, right? Then him going over there to potentially line himself for a future fight at 140 is possible. It's highly, 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 highly possible. Then I look at it like this. Ryan Garcia, how strong is he not to try to fit in with what's already going on over there in Texas? I don't know if he can handle what's already in place over there. With what they have going on and what we see out in public, I don't know if he's strong enough to handle that. Because this dude has pretty much been doing his own thing and been called lazy and unmotivated and don't want to pay attention. He looked terrible in the Gervonta fight. For him to come out there and throw that lead left like 3 times and get countered early in the fight, he's hard-headed. Ryan Garcia is hard-headed. Mark my word, and I don't like prognosticate negativity. Mark my word, I don't think Ryan Garcia is strong enough to be over there in Texas, man. I don't think, because, people can say what they want about Derrick James, but Derrick James been Errol Spence's trainer for a while, right? Okay. And he still got in trouble, right? Okay. What do you think Ryan's going to do? He want to know what everybody's been doing. He want to be, cool. You know what I'm saying? He want to be the pretty boy, the new pretty boy in Texas, because once again, WCS are tied up for you. It's a lot of freaking, Mexican boxing fans over there that he can potentially try to win over, because they really don't F's with him like that. The man don't even know Espanol. No habla Espanol. De entiendes? He don't speak it. So it'll give him an opportunity to win over some Mexican boxing fans and hopefully buckle down and focus. I never thought I'll see Ryan Garcia over here under a black trainer. I didn't. I didn't see him attempting. I don't see this long term, bro. I'm telling you, I don't see it, bro. I think it's a business move. I don't think his heart is in it. I don't think it's in it. I ain't gonna lie. I know they took pictures and everything, man. I ain't buying that shit. I ain't buying that shit with a freaking food stamp. I'm not buying it, bro. I don't rock with Queen Cap at all, but I don't feel no type of way about him signing up to Derrick James. Smart move by James too. He knows a goddamn paycheck when he sees one. You ain't never lied, dog. Man, he does see a paycheck, don't he? You know what I'm saying? Ryan gonna be the in the parking lot going live on accident. About I got 10 more minutes there. Man, I'm telling you, Ryan might end up getting another baby out there in Texas, man. I'm telling you. I don't know if he's strong enough to handle that life out there, bro. Texas different. Texas different out there. You know what I'm saying? Texas ain't California, homie. Ryan signing with Derrick James is like Rocky going to train with Apollo in Rocky 3 for the first time. And Ryan is not the character Rocky. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? That's why I said they have all those black fighters over there. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about the sparring partners. I don't know if Derrick James can get Spence to be disciplined enough, right? That's one of his prized pupils. If he couldn't influence this man to dial it in and stay out of trouble. You think he's gonna be able to do that with Ryan? You think he's gonna be able to do it, Ryan? And he ain't been able to do it with Jamel. He ain't telling Jamel what to do. He ain't telling Spence what to do. But he may be able to tell Ryan a little bit. But like Andrew said, he knows a check when he sees one. He knows a check when he sees one. Ryan needs some good old American training. I like it. The whole Oscar and Canelo shit wasn't it. Yeah, you can say that. I mean, for him to come over here and be underneath a black trainer when he was pretty much showing us that he was willing to go the Canelo route. He wanted to do what Canelo was doing. You know, Canelo was making money by being loyal to a Mexican trainer. You know what I'm saying? And making the money, but them two guys under the same roof, it wasn't gonna work out because Ryan, he probably felt some type of way. And Ryan probably feel that he looked better. He's a better looking man than Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Ryan probably thinking about other variables that should factor in to him getting, you know, just as much treatment, equal treatment as Canelo. And Eddie Reynoso's like, no, amigo, no. It's Canelo, mucho dinero. Okay? Mucho dinero. You? No, not so much. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Reynoso told him. He joined the Justice League for show. You know what I'm saying? For show, man. Queen Cap has trained, Queen Cap has a storied history of subpar effort and training. Never heard that about EJ or Frank. Come on, man. Come on now. Now, somebody just admitted that in training camp, they still going to the club. Come on, Mitch. Come on, man. Dial it back in. Ryan Garcia just turned into the world-class characters of the boxing gym. Man. Mark my word, people. If he can go up there and train with Guzman on the sneak, Guzman might be a better fit, in my opinion, to be able to get that little inner personality, inner Ryan to come out and be motivated. I don't think Derrick James' personality. No. I don't see his personality, turning up the volume on Ryan Garcia to get motivated, dog. I don't see it, man. It's the Diva League, really. I don't know, man. Who's divas in there? I don't look at Errol Spence as a diva. He just can't stay out of trouble. I don't look at him as a diva. I don't think of Jermell Charlo's a diva. You know, I mean, they just loudmouth, brash, braggadocious. Them twins. That's just how they roll. I mean, I don't look at them as divas, in my opinion. Ryan didn't take the tune-up fight before Tank. We should have saw the signs. Errol Moto is no tune-ups. I don't know, man. Ryan just said he didn't want to get hurt and all that. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to be like somebody else when you know you can't walk in those footprints. Y'all not even in the same division. So it would be lunacy for him to attempt to follow behind somebody by the name of Spence. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Like, this ain't the amateurs. We ain't talking about the amateurs, first of all. We're talking about professional ranks. Ryan, in my opinion, he had the good boy image for a long time, but his exposure is quite different than Errol Spence's exposure. His exposure is something that's frowned upon when it comes to the little, if morals and principles has anything to do with boxing. He's considered to be lazy. They come to Canelo say come to the gym for 20 minutes and leave. No, unacceptable. You can't go there for 20 minutes and leave, bro. Queen Cap would be with Bomac before his career is over. He making his rounds like his idol Oscar did, in search of a wizard for some heart. Oh shit! He say he's searching for a heart, man. We're going to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Toto, Where are you, Toto? Come here, Toto. Get over here, Toto. Look, you keep wandering off like that. I'm taking you back to the pound, Toto. I don't need you to find the wizard. Okay, I don't need you. You're just a character in the whole play. Stay your ass over here. Toto, like, God damn. Sans was there. He made the bet and sat with Arrow the whole fight. Then he didn't take the tune up. Then he saw AJ go over there. And then there it is. Yeah, it might be some bits and pieces that's true about that. I don't know why he would look at AJ. You know what I'm saying? Why AJ though? AJ has fell off, man. He took 2 back-to-back losses. And then he looked like baloney versus Jermaine Franklin. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can put him as being enamored by AJ going over there. Why? Unless, okay, hold up. Unless the ball be tapping, unless he wants to hang out with the pretty guy. 2 pretty dudes hanging out in Texas. Yeah, that might be it. Derek is trying to beautify his stable. You have 2 newcomers to the stable who are considered pretty boys. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Ryan Garcia is going to be able to find his mojo potentially. He's going to hang out with Anthony Joshua. That's how that's going to work. Ding, 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 ding. That's how that's going to work. He's going to hang out with AJ. Yeah. They're going to talk about what brand of eyeliner, you know what I'm saying? What foundation? Oh, that's it right there. That's it. Puzzle solved. It doesn't have to be Jamel and Errol. No, he's going to hang out with AJ, man. That's how that's going to work. It went from Alcatraz to a blank of characters to a circus of characters. Yeah, they do have all different personalities over there. You know what I'm saying? Even Joshua, man. Joshua has his own personality, for real. I'm telling you, man. Ron Garcia might lead Texas with another kid, man. He might run into some freaking problems over there. You know, with a point where he gets arrested. You know, just to show his culture. You know, his culture initiation over there in Texas. Somebody better keep an eye on Garcia over there, bro. Somebody better keep an eye on him. Don't let that man be roaming around there by himself with no supervision. I think that whole gym is a joke, so he will fit right in. It's a plot twist. They brought in AJ for the power to help Spence get ready for Bud. Hell no. You know, like I joked about before, I hope that he was in there beating up on Spence. Because, you know, Crawford don't have power like that. That's what they say. Crawford don't have power like that. So why would you have AJ in there? You know what I'm saying? Fighting Spence, and for him to get prepared for for a fighter that isn't known to have heavyweight ability. You know what I'm saying? But he does have that get nasty. He have that. It's time to close the show. It's time to draw the curtains. It's time to ring the bell. You know what I'm saying? He does have that for sure. That's a fact, but you know, they say he don't really be working out. We got to see. We got to see how long he stays over there, bro. Ryan is wider than me. He needs to stop. Ryan is gonna be hanging out with AJ, bro. Guarantee you. Ryan will hang out with AJ. Them 2 pretty guys gonna be out there in Texas, and they're gonna try to get royalty, and they're gonna see how many people can kiss their ass, you know. And they say, "Hey, you King, right? Yeah. You the one got knocked out by Tank, right? Yeah. Did it really hurt? Nah, it was already hurt in training camp. See, if I wouldn't be hurt already, I would have been able to take that punch, and we would have went to the bell for sure. I was feeling good too, but yeah, my ribs was bruised already. I told Joe, I said, Joe, you sure? You sure, Joe? You want me to go back out there for the next round? Joe say, did you see Diego Corrales fight? I've dealt with fighters way tougher than you, man. You can recover. You haven't been on the deck as many times as Diego was against Castillo. You can do it, son. You can do it. Nope. He didn't have the heart, man. He didn't have the heart, bro. I think Ryan takes Spence in a street fight. Man, come on, bro. It's look, I know we about to go into Friday, and some of y'all over there smoking and drinking and having a good old time. Please, like they used to say in the Marine Corps, don't bring unwarranted attention to yourself. Don't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing is long term with Queen Cap. I think Reynoso told him no to coming back. No, I don't think he'll ever go, and Canelo is still active over there. I don't think so. Because Eddie probably have a different. First of all, let's tie it all in, right? Canelo is on the level where he's committed to going out there and building up his legacy. I don't think as much you have to tell Canelo about working out. He does what he has to do to stay on top. Eddie Reynoso, it's not like he has to reach deep down and stress himself out about keeping Canelo motivated. But Ryan Garcia, yes, he had to bring in some mariachi bands and bring in some fine women and say, Ryan, they're going to be here for 10 minutes, okay? And then we're going to get to work. And Ryan's up there like smiling at the women. Oh, wow. Okay. And dancing, salsa, merengue. Yeah. And then when it's time for them to go, he's like, oh, I feel good. I feel loose and everything. So you ready to work out? No, I'm just going to go to the parking lot. Take it to the house. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. But Ryan, that's not the way you're going to win a championship, man. Come on. I know. But Canelo's here. Canelo, you give all your time to Canelo. I want all the time. I'm King Ray. He's not King Canelo. He's not King Nello. I'm King Rai. You know what I'm saying? I'm the king. Do you have a championship? It doesn't matter. I got sponsorships. If Ryan ain't in it ain't gonna last long with Derrick James. Yeah, I believe it. You know what I'm saying? That's why Ryan went there. Man, if he went there for the fact that he want to be a part of the misfits, the oddballs, go ahead, because that's what it is. I don't see what Anthony Joshua's getting there, coming in weighing 255. I don't see what Ryan's going to get there. With the personality of Derrick. I don't know, man. It's not up for me to be to basically set up a welfare check over there. I'm not doing it. And plus, the first time I ever met Derrick James, he had an attitude, because, I guess he had felt that I was connected to a certain team, and I never even knew the guy. I had to put all the pieces together without the pieces being there for me. I had to piece all that shit together later on after it all happened. How petty of you, DJ. Petty. Man, when this announcement will it be sat at? Man, come on, let's stop that. That ain't happening. What's going on, James on deck? Salute. Queen Cap will stop rolling under the tutelage of Derrick James. How many trainers does he need? I mean, he's shopping around, man. He's shopping around. They all kind of stuck up in my opinion, but that doesn't matter in the ring. It doesn't. Seriously, it doesn't. WCS seems like we need VADA testing for the YTC comment. Come on, man. Hey, man. I don't mind a bit of humor, real talk. As much as I ad-lib on shit, I don't mind people, acting up and using their sense of humor in chat. As long as they ain't freaking mad angry like the aerosexuals. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind people using a sense of humor, bro. For real talk. Long as you don't continue to use that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so say some off the wall stuff, you know what I'm saying, over and over again, man. Like, it's all good, man. I don't care. Ryan knew he would have a huge fight. 2 times they were less skilled than opponents, amongst other things. Both guys lost because they was less skilled. Was Joshua less skilled than Usyk? Yeah, you can say he was less skilled, but what was his barometer of motivation though? You know what I'm saying? Like, him and Ryan has the same mannerism. That's why they're gonna get along. Both of them have went from trainer to trainer to trainer. You know what I'm saying? So that has something to do with what's going on inside with them. You know what I'm saying? They may have this stubbornness about them that they allow their aesthetics to pretty much dictate how much work they put in the gym. Seriously, they may not be fully dedicated to boxing the way they should. Maybe they want some preferential treatment. I don't know. Can't wait for the first video of AJ Ryan, one of the classic rambling, non-cynical motivational speeches. I doubt it, bro. I doubt they're gonna give a motivational speech. What Ryan Garcia needs to do over there is just go dark. You know what I'm saying? Go into the dark web. You know, go Operation Blackout. You know what I'm saying? Stay off Twitter. Train. Don't be out there doing videos over there in Texas. You know, Derek ain't gonna allow that shit anyway. Real talk. He's not gonna allow that. I don't think. He might give an exception to the complexion. You know what I'm saying? Derek might give an exception to the complexion. You know what I'm saying? So he might let Ryan bring his social media, because at the end of the day, DJ is getting exposure on his gym too. I don't think Derrick James would waste his time if he didn't think he could make Ron a better fighter. Yes, he would. Yes, he'll waste his time. What is a trainer doing? If a fighter comes over there to a trainer, the trainer automatically lets the fighter know this is what you have to pay me. And this is, you know, they don't go through a whole list, man, of what they're going to try to work on. They sit down and talk ahead of time. Ryan just didn't start talking to DJ when he got over there. They've been talking. They've been talking. Joshua's been talking. He just didn't pop up over at DJ World Class Alcatraz and say, hey, I'm here. Ta-da. No. Then Floyd knocked Chico down like 5 times also. Listen, I was just mentioning how Chico was using the lead left hook a lot. And Joe Goosen was in his corner. And he was facing adversity. You know what I'm saying? Floyd was giving him the business with combinations, right? No doubt about it. But it was more so a role reversal when I was talking about Ryan Garcia having Joe Goosen training him, but yet Chico faced adversity doing Castillo, and it was pretty much like Ryan facing adversity with Javante. But Chico, he kept getting up, and he found a way to get it done. You know, and that was with that lead left hook. You know, he started countering that right hand. You know, so, and shout out and rest in peace to Chico, man. I liked him as a fighter. I did. I liked him as a fighter. Ron will sign with the PBC. He probably will sign with somebody. He might sign with Man Down Promotions. If y'all choose to donate to the channel, there you go to, you know, the Cash App right there, or you can donate via the, you know, donation button at the end. Don't be stingy. Let me see. I'll be curious to see the improvements. Just hold tight. Y'all don't act like all of a sudden y'all freaking Ryan Garcia fans now. Let's not act that. Let's not act like y'all wasn't just on here talking about Ryan Garcia. Man, he's going to the land of Nod, first class. Let's not act like all of a sudden he's at your favorite fighter's gym. You know what I'm saying? He's with Errol Spence, your favorite fighter. Oh man, all of a sudden he's not at 135 no more. No. Okay, I like Ryan now. Yeah, he's not there with Tank. Okay, he's going to 140. Cool. They're gonna pick and choose. They're gonna support Ryan at 140 now because they don't have no favorite fighters of theirs at 140 that's over there in Texas right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you rarely find people saying, okay, Regis Prograis, that's my favorite fighter. I respect Regis and everything. He don't talk much all the time, but he can fight. He can fight his ass off. I mean, they're gonna be Ryan Garcia fans now here at 140, bro. Especially over there with EJ and Jamal. You know what I'm saying? AJ, all those initials. Man, god damn, they about to come up with an initial for Ryan, dog. Real talk. Believe me when I tell you. Man, what is going on, man? Listen, for those of you that have bets on the fights this weekend, check this out. If you happen to lose, please don't try to make it personal because you yourself, once again, have made the wrong decision. Okay? If you lose the bet this weekend, just chalk it up, charge it to the game, and find somehow to recoup the money's lost. Find somehow to recoup it. That's all you got to do. Find somehow, some way. It's plenty of ways out here to recoup it. You know what I'm saying? But don't let it affect you too much that you have to see a chaplain and go through a full-blown week of confessions. Just relax. Just relax. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Just relax. That boy quit right on the Gatorade bottle that was printed on the Oh man, that shit was hilarious, dog. Man. He say, "How can you quit on your sponsorship? Dog? How can you be sponsored and it's right there on the canvas and you quit right there? You take a knee. You wasn't doing it for like Colin Kaepernick for a purpose, for a message. You know what I'm saying? You know, it wasn't a part of activism. No, you was punished." You know what I'm saying? You was punished to the ribs, man. You know what I'm saying? You was punished, bro. He said, at least AJ has accomplished a few things. Queen Cap ain't done it except quit on the knee in front of millions. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. He hasn't accomplished what AJ has been able to accomplish. You're right about that. But now, you know, that's in the past. AJ is he's who he is, man. Like he's made a good amount of money. Is he truly motivated to stay in the game? And I mean that 255 in your first camp with these, I'm still puzzled at that. I'm puzzled, man. Why 255? Why so heavy? Who suggested that? Who? I'm flabbergasted. Who suggested 255? Who suggested you come out for Jermaine Franklin, who fought Dillian White, who showed no signs of giving him trouble, that AJ was gonna have to come back in here and fight this dude at 255? You're not being true with yourself. Like it doesn't make sense, man. That shit, it doesn't make sense, man. But hey, that's all I got on this topic for real. That's all I got on that top. Like I said, hit the like button on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Support the channel. however you see fit. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Tomorrow's is weigh-ins. You feel me? Tomorrow is weigh-ins. So I want to know, Lomachenko gonna say that Devin, he's a heavyweight and all that, just like he did when Devin stepped in the ring. Truth be told, he comes in there and weighs 135 tomorrow. Shut up. Just shut it up and stop trying to, bring up something when they both got to step on the scales. We just had a fight where people was talking about rehydration clauses. Is anybody else talking about that now? No, you don't hear nothing talking about, huh? Because they both had to weigh in on fight day. And that's another thing with Ryan Garcia he's gonna have to get over. The way he was treating Tank and saying he was dumb and all that. Man, hey, people ain't forgot about that yet, bro. That man might have a short stay over there in Texas, man. He might try to hang out in the club, and they say, man, hey, we F's with Tank, man. What were you talking about? He was dumb, and he can't carry on a conversation for 5 minutes and all that. Oh, now it's just to build up the fight, man. Please don't hit me in my ribs, please. I'm just over here trying to better myself, man. Don't do anything drastic. I know how y'all get down over here. They haven't forgot about that shit, y'all. Seriously, they haven't forgot about that. But man, y'all hold it down. I gotta bounce. I got so much to take care of. Y'all hold it down. Appreciate you. Big salute to the supporters already. There's always showing up and supporting the channel. Yes, sir. And Gumbo, where our bet is locked in. Don't try to, purposely lock your keys in your truck. When it's time to pay up and say, you know what? Debbie says I can't get you tonight, man, because I locked my keys and my wallet's in there with my truck, and I don't have no but do you got Cash App though? My phone is in the truck too. My phone is in the truck too. Everything is in the truck locked up. I locked my keys in there. I gotta wait. But it's all good, man. Salute to y'all. I'm out.